Hello everyone, you just saw a trailer video for the Hunted series, 3 books written by the incomparable, imaginative and ingenious British author Donna Collins. In 2020 and 21 I had the honour and the pleasure of narrating this series, which is available on Audible. Now, if you're into horror, thrillers, fantasy and dark humour, then you're going to love this series because somehow, goodness knows how she does it, Donna smoothly fits them all into these books. Earlier today, I hooked up with Donna on a video call to find out how she is doing and what her writing plans are. So, sit back and enjoy our chat.
Ooh.
Right. Hi, Donna. It's really good to see you. And it's 4 years, I think, since I last narrated a book for you. Time really flies when you're having so much fun. It was in those great days of COVID. Don't we all remember those? Oh dear, shouldn't remind ourselves. So it's been quite a while, and when we were going through those projects, we never actually had a video call. So this is the first time
No.
we've actually seen each other, so to speak.
Yeah.
We used to exchange loads of emails during the project,
Yeah.
which is
hmm
necessary to keep it ticking along. But it's really great to see you, and I've got a few questions for you, as I warned you I would have, for this interview. Um,
Oh God.
of course, you wrote the three books that I narrated were the Hunted series, a
Yeah.
fantastic thriller series, really tremendous fun and also quite scary at times, with great characters. Um, so, what made you decide to become an author? I mean, because you've obviously got a fantastic talent. How did it all begin?
I suppose like everybody else, been writing since I was a kid.
Yep.
I remember in the days when we used to have the VHS video recorders,
Oh yeah.
and I've always loved crime shows like Heart to Heart and Chips, and Dempsey and Makepeace was a massive favourite of mine. And so what was this be like 1985-ish? I was probably 14, but I used to record the show and it would just be on a Friday night, and then I would go downstairs on the Saturday before anybody was up, and I would be press play, press pause, press play, press pause while I wrote all the dialogue out, and then
Wow.
I would change it into a book.
Okay.
So
Right.
that was, yeah, just the normal thing kids did.
That
Um,
so that was your training period, I suppose.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
did have oh God, we had to write a story at school, and it was only supposed to be like 3 pages long. But I went home on my little electric typewriter, which actually you can see up there in the corner, which my mum and dad bought me. It was my first electric typewriter, and it was amazing. And I've kept it all these years. But yeah, and I banged out something that was like 35 pages long. And
Yeah.
I remember going into different lessons in school, and I had teachers saying to me, "We've read your story." And I was like, "Really?" And
Wow.
my English teacher had put it in the staff room for everybody to read.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
that was good. So
Yeah.
already
And
you were becoming famous.
well, the funny thing was, I'm still in touch with my English teacher. She had a massive part in me writing. She encouraged it so much.
Yeah, well, I often say a good teacher often sort of triggers a
Yes,
career,
absolutely
and
amazing.
yeah, they have a lifelong effect, don't they? If you get
Yeah.
a really, really good one.
Oh, she's
Um,
amazing.
and now you're living in Colchester, if I remember. Is that
Yes.
right? Or,
Yeah, just sort
yeah,
of on the outskirts, in between Colchester and oh God, it's not Surrey, Sussex. No, Surrey.
Suffolk.
Oh, I don't know, Suffolk.
Yeah, that's the
I
one.
don't even know where I live. Menopause.
It begins with S. Begins with
Everything that I do wrong now is just blamed on menopause.
S. The Hunted series, as I say, it was a fantastic thriller series and very unusual, I thought, when I was
Mm,
creating it. You know, that characters are unusual, but the ideas are quite off the wall. The whole idea behind the story and so on. So, what gave you that idea? Where did it come from?
Okay, so I'm going to have to bring in somebody else on this. So my friend Natalie, she just finished film school, and she'd said to me, "Did I want to write a script with her?" And I said, "Oh, I've never written a script in my life." And she, "Oh, I can show you. I can show you." And she wanted to do something supernaturally, and I didn't. I like supernatural stuff, but I didn't. I like the more gritty crime thrillers. So I made a promise that he couldn't have any like sparkling vampires in it or anything like that.
Yeah.
And we come up with an idea. She, I remember we were going out to America to have some meetings on the pilot of it, and and also like we'd said, do it as a TV show. And I remember Warner come back and they emailed her and said like, it's not the same idea, but we kind of got this witch program, and because there was kind of a witch in ours, and so Eliza in the book was originally a witch.
Oh.
And so she's messaged me. She's like, "Oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?" And I was like, "Oh, don't panic." And I don't know why I get all my ideas when I'm in the bathroom, like in the shower and stuff like that. And I remember coming back. This is a totally like, information that you didn't need to know. But I remember coming back and I said, right, okay, we're going to get rid of this book thing, and we're going to get rid of the ring, all the usual stuff that accompany, everything's in a book or it's a ring of some sort. And I said, how about if we have the cross and we can cut it into four, and bit like William Wallace, we can put it all different places, and you've got to then reassemble the cross. And if the blood of the Messiah is on it, then it opens up the gateway to heaven.
Yeah.
And that's another like that's a kind of back door into heaven. So after she was a bit dumbfounded that I'd come up with this scenario in about like 2 minutes, we changed the pilot, and that's what we went out there with. Well, from there we our lawyer had passed us over to a editor manager, and so we was over there, and she was the one that actually said, can this be written as a book? So obviously Natalie didn't want to touch it as a book, and that was then where I came in and learned that a script is so hard to adapt to a novel. I've got a little bit more admiration now when I see movies that have been adapted from a book, because it must be the same kind of process. There must be so much that's got to be cut out. And yeah, it just weren't working.
Okay. Well, in the book, Donna, there were these two main characters. There were loads of different characters, but the two main characters, Eliza, who was a nurse with a very interesting ancestor. I seem to remember, I'm not wishing to do any spoilers, but a very interesting and significant ancestor.
Yeah.
And Roman, who is actually a Grim Reaper, isn't he? But
Yes.
wanders around on Earth, not always behaving himself. Um,
Yeah.
Fantastic characters, fantastic relationship between the two. Were they based on anybody that you kind of know? I mean, I'm not suggesting you know any Grim Reapers, but
They're not based on anybody. I've always liked, and English people would know this, the Grant Mitchell
oh yeah,
effect.
yeah,
So where you've got this rugged guy
right,
who is strong and, but he treats the girl like a princess.
yeah.
And I've always liked that. Never met anybody like that. But I've always liked it.
What
Although
about your
actually,
husband?
uh,
Sure.
oh yeah. Well, husband number three. Yeah, no, perfect. Third time lucky. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, can't complain on this one. But yeah, no, I think actually, even if I think back, I don't think Grant was that nice to us, Sharon, towards the end. But hey ho. Um, so yeah, that was kind of what I wanted Roman to be.
Yeah,
A little bit vulnerable, but a little bit, a man's man. But
yeah. I
then I
think you've
just wanted
nailed
him,
that. Yeah,
I just wanted him to then just crumble around her, although she irritates him.
yeah,
And Eliza, I don't know, I wanted a strong woman, but I didn't want a strong woman that was like, some sort of karate kicking. I wanted her to be strong, but I didn't want
yeah.
like, Wonder Woman or anything,
Some
So
vulnerabilities there. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And I must admit, a sarcasm and a little quips probably are me a little bit.
She was very determined as well, wasn't she? I mean, to
Yeah, I don't know about the
get to her
determination
objective.
bit, but yeah, the way she speaks is,
Yeah.
yeah. I've had a lot of friends that have read the books and they're like, oh, we read it and we hear her say something, and we're just like, oh my God, that's so Donna. So yeah, probably without even trying,
Yeah. Well, I suppose
it's
it's inevitable when you create characters that
yeah, it's definitely
there's
my
somebody
words
you've
that
got in
come out.
mind or somebody you've experienced at
Mm,
some point. And
yeah.
there's quite a lot of what I would say dark humor in the series. I mean, there's bits of gore and horror type
Mm.
stuff, but there's definitely some humor because I remember sometimes having to stop recording because I was laughing at one or two things that had happened or people had said.
Yeah.
So did you want these stories to primarily spook people or just to entertain them?
Oh my God, I definitely didn't go in wanting to write a scary horror type thing. I mean, like I say, I like a thriller and I like a kind of mystery and I like a whodunit and um no, that just kind of happened.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
just your
And I
style of writing coming out.
yeah, and I think also writing like Dead in the Water, it's the same kind of humor in that as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You've made me think about it now. So yeah, that's definitely a humor that I've probably carried
Yeah.
on through.
Well, it's your
Yeah.
character then as a writer coming out, isn't it? I suppose a sort of mischievous type of character in there
Yeah.
somewhere.
Well, when I met my husband, and this was
Yeah.
like going a few years, his dad read the books, and when he first met me, he wanted to read them, so he read them, and he kept looking at me funny, and he said like, I don't know if I should be worried about you, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, I did just sit there and like in the third one, I think the third book is probably the most goriest with the is it the I can't even remember what they're called now, the
yes,
pyramid
yes,
thing, yeah.
yes. The
Yeah,
thing that down in hell that
yeah,
that
and
Roman was perched upon. Let's
that's right. Yes, what
yeah, it
he
must have been
very
a
carefully
little bit
perched the
uncomfortable. That yeah.
yes, he had to stay very, very still. But yeah, but I said to him, "Oh my God, like I haven't just literally woke up and thought, yeah, let's start writing. Oh, I know, if we got a big pyramid and stuck a person on top of it." I said it's like that rabbit hole on the internet where you would type in like, ancient torture devices, and then that will lead to another link and that will lead to another link. And before you know it, I'm reading stuff and I'm like, oh my God, who on earth come up
Yeah,
with this stuff? They're absolutely mentally deranged.
yeah.
That's going to be fantastic for me. So yeah.
And as I mentioned, loads of standout characters in the books. But who would you say is your favourite number
Oh,
one
Roman.
character across all the books?
Absolutely Roman, without a shadow of a doubt. I had a bit of a love affair with him when I was writing him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, he was based on Timothy Oliphant as well, which I had a massive crush on at the time. Well,
I
probably
don't
still
know
have.
him. Am I missing something?
Oh my God, Timothy Oliphant. He was in, did you not see the Justified series?
No.
Oh,
I've had a
Justified's
sheltered
amazing.
life.
Yeah, no, Justified's really good. And that was based on a book as well. Raylan Givens, he played. Oh, he's been in so much stuff. He was the first Hitman. He was in Crazies.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, heard of that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Timothy Oliphant, did you say?
Timothy Oliphant,
I
yeah.
shall look him up afterwards. Yeah, I mean, I had a very clear picture in my head of Roman when I was
Mm,
narrating it, as you tend to do when you get into characters
yeah.
writing an audiobook. I tend to.
Mm,
I mean, Carol says that sometimes I'm because she hears the voices, she hears the recordings as it goes along. After I've done
yeah,
a chapter, before I send it to you, she always used to listen to it,
that's right. I remember you
and then it
saying,
would
yeah.
go off to you to review it. But sometimes I'd find myself swaggering along, and the voice would come out, and she'd say, "Oh, here we go, it's Roman again." If you really enjoy narrating a book, you've got a better
Yeah,
chance of doing a decent job with it. And
yeah,
I certainly enjoyed that one. There's no doubt about
yeah.
those three, I should say.
Well, I want to do a fourth. So,
Right. Well, I was coming
yeah.
to that. Yes,
Oh, okay.
because it
Yeah.
was kind of it was kind of left potentially open
Yeah, I thought I
for another
wanted to
book.
finish it, but leave a door there
There was
because
a yeah, there was a door,
yeah,
wasn't there?
and
Definitely.
I know that I want the fourth one to be based around voodoo.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, no spoilers. No
I
spoilers.
know. And it'll probably be called voodoo. It's
So,
really imaginative.
so when you have you actually got a fair idea of how that's going to what it's going to
Um,
contain and how it's going to piece together, or have you still got quite a bit of planning to do with it?
yeah, I have plotted nothing. I wanted to do another Dead book first because that has been left open-ended.
Okay.
And I get
Yeah.
so many emails saying like, "Oh my God, like, there's no second book." And I'm like, I haven't really written one yet, but I do know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start plotting that towards the end of this month.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm away in April, so it might be before. I might try and get it plotted before I go away and then start writing it when I come back. Yeah, so I do know actually what's going to happen in that. And then I might do the fourth hunted book.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the kind of order that I want to do them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about Dead in the Water then, about the character. Is he anything like Roman, or is it
Yeah.
entirely different?
Yeah. Well, it was really, I tell you what, it was so sad as well because he was based on Paul Walker from the Fast and the Furious films.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, Andy, we've got someone that you know, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Excellent. And so, and then I literally plotted it all and I started writing, and Paul Walker died. And oh, I was so upset. And I just thought, I can't use him now. It just felt wrong. But he probably is still Paul Walker to me. And the baddie was based on Jason Statham.
Oh yeah. The
Yeah,
archetypal baddie, isn't it, I suppose?
he is,
Oh,
isn't he?
sometimes
Yeah.
a hero. Sometimes he's a hero, isn't he?
Sometimes a hero, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes a hero. In fact, probably more hero now.
Yeah, generally, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
didn't he do his own stunts, I think, a lot of the time as well? So
yeah. I think he does them all. I think there was a story that Sylvester Stallone found out that he'd done his own stunts in the Transporter or something and said, "Oh, that's brilliant." And then started giving him. There was one where I think Jason Statham comes up from the front of a plane, and it was supposed to be Sylvester Stallone that did it. And then I think just before Andy said to Jason, "Now go and you go and do that." That's what I've read. So whether it's
right.
true, I don't know. But yeah, he started giving Jason all the stunt stuff, and
Yeah. Okay, so your year is plotted out. You're
yeah.
you're away in April, and then you're starting writing again.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
starting to write,
how long
and
does it take
it,
you to write a book, do you think?
it takes, I would say, it probably takes about a month to plot it,
Yeah.
and then I like to at least try and do 1,000 words a day, and then by the time you write it, and then it'll go off to the editor, and then it comes back, and then it goes back off to the editor, and then it comes back, and then it goes back off to the editor, and so that goes backwards and forwards sort of 3 times, and then yeah, and then that's it.
Right.
That's job done. Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably going to be finished before the year's out then.
Hopefully, yes.
And then do you need a kind of a creative break between books or
No, but I can't read another book while I'm writing. I have to literally just
yeah,
concentrate on that one book.
yeah, yeah.
Literally.
I can
I
understand
can't,
that.
yeah, I can't. I mean, I have friends that they're like, "Oh yeah, we've got like 3 or 4 books on the go," and I'm like, "How can you read 3 or 4 books at the same
Yeah.
time?"
The same when I'm narrating. There's no way I could narrate two books
Yeah,
concurrently.
yeah,
Because
you can't. Your
sometimes
headspace goes.
people have approached me wanting me to do a job, and I've
Yeah,
say, well, I'm doing a book at the moment that won't finish until such and such a date, and then I've got another one lined up, so I could start yours in, say, 8 weeks' time or something. And
yeah, that's
they
it.
kind of think that you can just start within a week.
You can't. No,
It'll be
you
finished
can't.
about a week later. Well,
Yeah.
maybe if it's a short story, yeah, possibly. Very short story. But, but I have to because I get into the characters so much,
Yeah.
I couldn't cope with sort of going off at all sort of.
No, you can't. You've just got to be all in, and yeah.
I've never tried it, and I'm not going to.
No.
I think it would.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it either.
Yeah. Well, so we've had a little chat. It's been great to speak to you and to find out a little bit more about how your incredible mind works when you're piecing together these stories. Really fantastic, fantastic work, and congratulations. And I'm really
Thank
looking
you.
forward to certainly the fourth book of Hunted when that
Yeah.
turns up. And I'll have to get into these Jason Wade ones as well, given that there's going to be another one. And yeah, so thanks again for your time today, Donna.
Oh, you're welcome, Andy.
It's been great fun talking to you. I knew it would.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be fun. And it has been.
I just say I honestly am not a nasty person.
I can see that. I can see that. Yes, and your little friend there.
Oh,
She thinks the same, obviously.
yeah. Oh, you just like nice attention, don't you? Yes, you do. Oh, well, you're off again, are you? Okay, there you go. Oh, Lord, you want to see the hairs that I've got all over me now?
It's not probably. Okay, well, thanks a lot again, Donna. And
Oh, you're welcome, Andy. Thank you for having me as well.
yeah, and I hope we meet again sometime on another video,
Definitely.
perhaps after the next Hunted book or whatever.
Yes,
We'll
definitely.
see what happens.
All right then, my
Okay,
darling.
thanks a
Yeah.
lot.
Thanks, Andy.
So it sounds as if there is lots to look forward to in the coming year. A follow-up to Dead in the Water, which will be book 2 in the Jason Wade series, and then probably a 4th book in the Hunted series. I can't wait. Thanks so much, Donna, for your time and for taking part in this video, and good luck with your next books. And look out for my review of the Hunted series, which I have covered in a separate video. It will provide you with clips from the audiobook versions and more information about the fantastically original content. Bye for now, and see me again soon.